Welcome back to another episode of Desire to Inspire. It's your boy Freddy with Dylan. I feel like it's been a while, man. Every time we do these solo ones, I feel like we just don't do them as much as we used to
It
because we
has
got so
been a
many
while
guests
because you didn't
on.
even say that this is your mama's favorite podcast.
This is your mama's favorite fucking podcast. I was with her this weekend. She fucking loves me still.
Oh shit. But yeah, it has been a while. It's been a while, I feel like, since we've recorded in general. We had so many banked up and now we're just kind of coasting along. But this one's in real time, guys. This one's coming out this week.
Real time, new lives, new settings, new backgrounds.
Mine's the same.
It's been a while. A couple
new
weeks.
voice.
Yeah, you
Finally hit
little,
puberty, guys. Tommy actually told me the other day, bro. She said, I kind of hope your voice stays like this forever. I think I like it more.
Oh, God.
I was like, wow. You just want me to be congested and sick for the rest of my life?
Yeah, you don't want that.
Nah, I actually feel
hacking
good.
a lung
I
earlier.
just sound
so
bad.
Hopefully... Damn, I kind of look chubby from this far away, bro. I gotta be careful how I'm
You've
sitting.
been pulling on that shirt so much already.
We're just gonna let it go, man. I know what's underneath it because I've been putting in that fucking work this past week, baby.
Are you just trying to rock your Texas pride now that you're in North Carolina? You're like,
Yeah, I wanted to put this on because I still think about Texas a lot, man. The first week I moved down here was fucking gloomy and rainy. I thought I moved to Seattle. And so I just put on this Texas.
Did it rain there today? Or snow there, I mean?
No.
Oh, I could have sworn Matt sent like snow. Oh, he's home though.
He's in Ohio, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought about it. I'm like, oh yeah, he is home.
Yeah. No, it's not bad, man. I was just down in Oak Island, about 4 hours away.
That's not bad.
Fucking hell of a time. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Get to the beach. And it was a hell of a time. There's so many things that are within like 3 or 4 hours of here that I'm excited to explore. I got a buddy and his family out in Georgia that we're going to go to. South Carolina is but 20 minutes away.
What's the weather like at the beach right now?
It was like 50 and sunny.
That's not bad at all. I'll chill on that. It's actually 50 and sunny.
It's not bad
too, but no beach.
And they said that this time, the past years, this time has been like the coldest, but usually it's like 40 to 50 degrees and sunny throughout the winter. Yeah, the last 2 days we were there were the nicest days, and they were like, "This is what winter's like in North Carolina," and I was like, "All right, I can get used to this."
It ain't Texas, but it ain't Ohio either.
Yep. So it was cool, man. I mean, it's cool just to kind of fully reset and just get acclimated to this change. I mean, now I have people that I grew up around me here. I have people that I didn't grow up around me that are here. But most importantly, it's just a new fucking setting. So Lauren and I are getting adjusted to it. Decker obviously is. But we have a lot more people around us that we know than we have.
It's weird looking at you with this much space going on. I literally feel like you could host a guest right next to you. Like you could literally just have two people right there.
Yep, we gonna have another host. Hopefully, the next episode. If
host, we're bringing a full-time host in.
Oh, not a host, a guest.
I was like, damn, let's go.
Yeah, no, there ain't nobody that's gonna join this squad.
Nah. I mean, I think we're gonna have some regulars so soon, which is actually gonna be kind of cool. We also we keep talking about we need to make a new cover for the podcast.
We will once we get linked up.
I mean, we could do what I have in mind. We could do from apart.
Okay, we'll get busy on that once I get back from Florida.
I literally am just gonna have you take a picture and send it to me, so I'll tell you what to do.
All right, bet. Yeah, man. How you feel after this week? We dropped the episode with the boys not too long ago, so everybody knows what we're doing. We got this bolt going. How have you felt?
This is our first week of training, and this is probably the first time in a couple of years where I've really went all in. And I told you guys in the text this week, but I haven't. I'll let these people know. I'm not doing this half marathon, and I had never signed up yet. It was just I was going to because I wanted to go to Austin. I just wanted an excuse to be around them. And now that I'm ambassador, it's ambassador weekend anyway. So I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna be out here. It'll be cool. I'm already going, which is actually, dude, it's about to be like a conference, and it's all about social media stuff.
That's dope.
So I think it's actually gonna be dope. There's gonna be other ambassador groups there. So it's not just gonna be BPM. It's gonna be a few different brands. I think it's gonna end up being dope. So hopefully we get some good takeaways for our own content moving forward.
Yep.
But in terms of training, I'm feeling beat up, man. I'm feeling rough. I'm talking sore. And then to top it all off, I've been eating. And I mean, I said I was going to go into this clean. And then I'm like, it's not possible. It's not possible for me to eat that much food. I had Wendy's this week. which granted I didn't have like fries and stuff. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna go, look at the nutrition facts, dude. Have you ever noticed that like a fry is more calories than a burger or something?
You ever notice that when you go to restaurants, salads are more calories than the burgers itself?
Yeah,
Like
bro, it's insane. But like I was
it's
like,
just ass
fries
backwards.
are more than fucking a burger. I might as well just get two burgers and at least I'm getting protein. So like
Yep.
one day I had like a Wendy's. I had a son of a baconator and a chicken sandwich.
Damn
I
boy.
like we went out to eat and I was like, fuck it, I'm about to get whatever I want. Like, and so then I hop on the scale. I'm like, oh hell yeah, we're about to be up like a pound or two. This is what we need. I lost a half a pound. And so like I'm like, oh my God, I have to eat more. So yesterday, dude, I went fucking wild. I was like, whatever. Maybe I'm just gonna go one day where I eat whatever the fuck I want, and then I keep it in check the
Yep.
rest, but hit my calories. So we're gonna see. But I'm like, it's Thanksgiving's this week. I'm not about to limit myself. I'm just gonna like while I'm back home visiting family, like if I want to eat something, I'm gonna eat it, and hopefully
Yep.
I fucking gain weight. But the reality is, like when I go home, I feel like I don't eat as much as I do because I don't like I'm not like strict about like eating out, eating out, eating out.
See,
So
I've
I
never
don't
been
know.
this. I've been trying to be super dialed this past week, and I even texted you guys like I didn't stop and get fast food on my drive, the 4 hour drive like I usually would, because I truly wanted to see like what my baseline is, and I had already increased my calories from what I thought I was intaking. And so even when we were in Oak Island in the mornings, I was cooking fucking breakfast for myself, making sure I had this amount of eggs, bacon, this and that. And I was staying super dialed. Got on the scale today, texted you guys, I'm down a pound. And I'm like, holy fuck.
What are
I'm
your
like, all
calories
right,
at right now? Like, what did you up them to?
I'm at 2650 now. And so I think I'm gonna up them to like 2850 and see what that is.
I think you
But
might be able
again,
to
you
go
guys are bigger
higher.
than me. So I know that you're at like fucking 3400 or something.
I mean, I was hitting 35 daily and I still lost weight. But
Jesus.
I also think like a big part of it is our our bodies aren't used to this training. So like it's super I feel like our intensity is way higher than it's been in a long time.
Oh
Like I
fuck yeah,
know
dude.
like all my weights, like I'm working on like a percentage of like what our baselines were. And like I'm doing all this shit. Like I'm actually taking notes on everything I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, maybe like this is why. Like, so I've just been trying to eat like I've been eating or right before a workout and during a workout and just seeing like, okay, at least this way I know these carbs and stuff are getting used. Dude, I've been
Yeah.
smashing Rice Krispie treats before and during workouts.
Really. I've been I just been eating a lot more. I feel like even for like lunch today, I sent you guys that fucking steak, veggies,
Yeah.
and rice I was eating. But it's a game changer, man. I was telling Matt because we've been working out since I don't start my job until like a week from now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling him like I'm sore in places I haven't been sore in a long time.
Me too.
And it's not that type of sore where it's like, oh, you're going too hard. It's that type of sore where like you're actually fucking working again. Like you get up and you're like, oh shit. But then once you start going, you're like, all right, let's get it, baby. And you
I
just
like
start
being
going
sore
in.
because I'm like, oh, that means my muscle. All that really means is your muscles are repairing itself. So I'm like, okay, like let's go. But it's been
Yep.
hurting for me just to sit down and take a shit, bro. Like it hasn't hurt like that in a long time. Because I haven't really been. I don't want to say I don't go hard, but like I've been mainly for probably the last 2 years endurance focused, where
Oh,
I
for
do
sure.
strength training, but it's not like to this level. But I actually am excited to see what our numbers are come February because I actually think they're going to be a big jump from even what we thought they would be.
Yep. It's cool too having like Matt here. I love that I get to like work out with him. I wish I got to work out
Yeah.
with you and Tone more as well. But even when we were doing exercises, say I had a certain weight on and Matt would be like, all right, I'm going to do that too. And I'm like, you can't fucking do that. If I'm doing that weight and your numbers are what they were, you
Right.
can't be doing that. And so it's cool because we're pushing each other, which I think at least I know Matt and I have been so stagnant, just like doing this for feeling good, doing it for
Yeah.
to maintain what we have, all this stuff. And so now we're actually putting in work and we're putting up weight that we haven't fucking done in a long time.
It's
And so
addicting,
it,
dude.
dude, it really is. I've been talking like when I'm in the gym, and this is what I like did when I was like super down on myself and like in that dark place that I always talk about. I would fucking look at myself in the mirror and just fucking not talk shit, but just be like, you ain't this, you ain't that, you want to be that, blah, blah, blah. And it just fucking motivates me to keep going. Even today when I was in the gym, I did my Monday workout today, just because we're going to be traveling on Friday at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just in there, bro, and I fucking started listening to music a little more when I'm in the gym instead of podcasts and like audiobooks. And
Oh, you cannot listen to a podcast or an audiobook and try to go hard right now.
no, hell no,
It's not
bro.
possible.
It ain't. at
I got the
all.
most disrespectful shit going on in my headphones when I'm in there.
You really are the Joe Rogan of the group, man. No matter
Yeah.
if I try and say something good or whatever, you're like, nope, I'm gonna shit on you, bitch.
No, I'm not. I don't mean like disrespectful. I just mean like the music I'm playing is it's a little intense.
Oh, I know, but so are your responses to your messages. I was
Oh
when I
yeah,
was in
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was
For
in
sure.
Oak Island this weekend with my mom, and I was taking, like I say, dial with my supplements and all that, and I was taking them, and she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Taking my supplements." Yeah, but what are you doing in the weight room? And I told her like what the competition was, and she's fucking pissed, bro.
For
She's like,
real?
"You know, you're not supposed to be lifting like that. Your heart problem, this and that." I said, "Mom, my heart's fine." No, you know what the doctor said, blah blah blah. I said, "Well, I also know what my friend said, and guess what?"
If you
And
die
so
out,
she's like,
I'll make sure like there's a nice tribute. And I'll take accountability. I'll say it was my fault. I pushed him too hard. I
"No,
think
I
I'd
know
be
it'll be
fine.
good, bro." Yeah.
It's not like
So
you're
I'm gonna
fucking out
let
here like roided up trying to take fucking 600 pounds. Like you're
and too. I
gradually
told
working
her
up.
for like the type of workouts we're doing right now, it's not like I'm maxing out every fucking day.
Nah,
Like
you really
I'm
aren't at
building
all.
up to it. I'm doing too many reps to be able to like strain myself like that. So I mean, I stay cautious of it because again, I'm not going to be fucking stupid. That's the main organ of our body that keeps us going. Um, but as I told her, I was like, if God's gonna have me die from fucking lifting a weight, I said it's either gonna be a TV, a nightstand, a table I'm moving, or it's gonna be in the weight room. And if it's in the weight room, at least you know that I fucking passed doing what I love and what's kept me
You
mentally
told her
stable.
that, bro.
Yeah, bro, I told her that a long time ago, and I kind of reiterated it, just not as harsh. But literally, I used that example to her. I was like, "Look, if I die lifting something, it's either going to be a weight or it's going to be something I'm helping somebody move."
You would have to
And
like
so
I think you'd have to be really, really pushing it. Like because like even when I had it and they told me that they were like, oh, like you
it
could never
doesn't
be
go
like
away. You keep saying when you had it. Like we must have different things because my
it was
shit
the same
doesn't go
valve.
away, bro.
It was the same one, but then I think I just didn't like have us like I that's why I asked if you had a second opinion. I think like that they had just diagnosed it as something that it wasn't. But when they originally had tried to tell me that I had it, and they were like, "Oh, you can't be like a professional bodybuilder," or like, "I'm not fucking lifting 600 pounds out here." I
Yeah,
probably like it's not that ain't gonna be me. I mean, I would
yeah.
like it to be me, but it's not gonna realistically be me.
Nah, that's not the life I want. It never will be. I mean, this whole like the shit that we're doing with DTI. And as we told the guy that we had a call with last week, it's like we're not trying to be the Arnolds of the industry. We're trying to change it differently. Yeah, we're gonna challenge ourselves and fucking build muscle and all that kind of stuff. But my direction is not being a bodybuilder. It's not
I
training
mean, if I
bodybuilders.
get huge, I'm not gonna be upset about it. Like the way that I look at it is like it's all about the way that I guess we present ourselves. Where I think like Arnold and them back then it was all drugs first of all, and like
Mm-hmm.
they weren't transparent about it. Where I feel like now it's kind of the same thing. There's a lot of influence out here who do things and just aren't transparent. But then you also have the guys who do it and are transparent about it. And I have a lot more respect for them who's like, hey, this is like what I do. I'm not
Yeah,
advocating for this. I'm just letting you know so that you can set realistic expectations for yourself. But then also
yep,
like if you want to go to like Arnold era, like we both follow Bradley Martin and the dude is fucking gigantic. But
yeah,
he also has like a different messaging behind him, which is a lot more mental health based. And like he's not out
yeah.
here just telling everybody like you need to be huge, you need to be huge. So if I at some point could get as big as him, I'm not gonna be upset about it. But
That's big.
I'm also not I would love to be that big.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm too short to be like that. I look like a little fucking meatball.
Yeah, you look like you have people would just assume that you had little man syndrome. Like they would
Yeah,
just think like, oh, look at this fucking guy.
that's why
But
if I put on, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think you could do it easier because like you are more compact.
Yeah. I always said that if I did decide to compete, if I did, like, I think I could fucking win it, bro.
I
Because
think
the way I can get
you
defined and cut,
Yep. I
and
think you
I've
could
done that
compete in a
without even
year.
trying. Yeah.
And I
I
don't
don't
even
think I'm
think
gonna,
like
but
you
it
need to
might be
be
something.
like I don't think like you would even need to be huge. Like I think if you really took a year of like the training we're doing now and not even like straight through like nonstop for a year, but like if you did it until February, then we transition into like this Spartan race we're doing, then you put on a little bit more size and you cut back down. I
Yeah.
think you would be surprised because like it's not even necessarily like bodybuilders, like legit, like unless you're in the Olympia, you're not that big. You're just lean. And
Hmm.
the leaner you are, the bigger you look. So like I think you are defined already. Like you're just cut. I think you could do it very easily.
Yep.
I don't think I could ever get myself to get in like now they do like board shorts, that's better, but I could never get in like a Speedo and just walk out there tanned up.
Your big old nuts would just be funny.
Oh, dude, I don't think it. Yeah, for one, I think I'd have to like tape them to my gooch, but I just don't think like I could bring myself to. I do a lot of dumb shit, but I don't think I could get myself to walk across a stage in just a Speedo, looking brown as ever.
I think you could.
Mm-mm.
You have a different confidence about you. You just say you couldn't now because like you only see it. But if you like got serious about it and you're like, all right, I'm gonna do it, dude, you would be walking around fucking Denver in the snow with the fucking little Speedo on,
Yeah,
just
but I
fucking
mean,
flexing.
I'm very I won't say confident. I'm very comfortable. I'm like the guy who will get naked in the group. That's 100% me. That's just who I am. But I just don't. There's something about me stepping into a little tent, getting sprayed up, and then throwing on a
I'll spray you.
Speedo and walking across the fucking stage. That I don't think I could just do that. I don't think that's for me. But
Maybe
if
maybe we challenge each other and we enter the same competition. Obviously, we would be in different classes.
I was gonna say
Uh,
if for some reason you actually did one, I would do one with you.
that might be fun. Let's focus on this bulk because I've never
24.
bulked
We'll focus on
before.
like 2024.
All right, make sure you save this clip so that way we can
Yeah,
reference back to
because I say come May, we convince some the other two to join us.
it.
Like, look, guys, let's take a year, really get ourselves to a good spot. There'd be some shit, dude. I told you about my
Yeah,
buddies who like they want to run like they're both strongmen and like they want to do like some kind of a race,
yeah,
and the loser has to do a bodybuilding show with no prep. Like they just go
yep,
out there. That'd be fucking
yep.
hilarious, dude.
That would be great. I think if we get Matt to this stage that he wants to be in, which he says he's happy now. So if you're listening to this, Matt, I know that there's other goals you have. But once he commits to those, I think Matt would fucking love to step on stage.
I think that
He's got this.
you follow Alpha Lead at all?
No, not at all.
So they do one. It's called Summer Shredding. It's like one of the biggest bodybuilding shows, but they have a transformation like
Mm,
class, and so like every year they'll but it's like video and like pictures. It's like you take pictures of you from before and you talk about your journey, and then you show what you look like now. And
oh
like
damn.
they're not all like super shredded or like, but like you can just see like there's like 500-pound dudes who are down to like 250, and like it's just like these crazy
That's what's up.
transformations. I think like he could kill something like that because that'd be wild.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what he would do if he went all in. I know he's like putting his all in the weight room for this competition, but I don't think he's dialed outside of it. So I
In
think that's
terms
what's going to
of
hinder
like
him.
food.
Eating. Yeah.
He's scared to eat too much, which I understand.
Yeah.
Like that's a mental barrier that he's gonna have to overcome. I've been there
Yep.
before, but I mean, at some point, it's gonna click. Like if he's not, the thing is, like he's gonna eventually stall out and not see progress on the
Hmm.
scale. Which I don't know if he's already there. I don't know what his numbers look like, but like at some point, it's gonna also hinder him getting stronger.
Yeah.
So something's gonna have to give eventually.
Yep. Yeah. I won't go too much into it, but he knows what he has to do.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
knows
he's
where
gonna be
he's.
on here soon. We'll go in on him.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to have him on. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, how's the life for you? I feel like we haven't heard about Dylan's life lately. I see you doing your thing with donuts and shit like that with Dami on your
Oh yeah,
channel, but
dude.
where's the mental state at? Where's the family at? I mean, how are things going?
I feel good, man. I feel like this challenge is like reigniting some stuff in the weight room. So like I feel like I have a purpose in there again. I'm not just
Hmm.
like going through the motions. So I feel good from that standpoint. My mental space is probably the best it's been in a while. I think like
Love
just
that.
because like I'm not doing anything I don't want to do. I'm just
Yep.
kind of like this is where my focus is. I don't have to be super strict on like my diet, which I'm still like probably 80% like clean. But then it's like, okay, so now if I want to enjoy something, I have this leeway because this is actually going towards my goals. And then
Yep.
it's like, if I want to go for a run, I go for a run. If I don't, I don't. Like I'm looking outside and it's pretty nice. I might go for a run after this.
Hmm.
But then now that's where I get in my head though. I'm like, you know, not gonna gain weight if I go on this run. I have to eat a lot more today. So I don't know. We'll see. But other than that, Everything's cool, man. Family's good. I'm excited to go. I go to Ohio this week, so I
That'll
have
be
a lot
nice.
more to say on that
You
later
going to
on
the
this.
House of Steel?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in
Fuck
there
yeah.
pretty much every day except for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, I
We
had
don't really have
a
plans.
fucking comment on one of his tweets saying that I'll be in there come Christmas time because as I was telling you before this, I plan on being home like about 2 weeks this year. So it's
Yeah.
a little longer than I'd like, but definitely much needed.
Yeah, that's. I mean, just hit him up. You got his number, obviously. So
Yeah.
shoot him a text. He's super cool. I'll get in there. I'm gonna be lifting with him and then another dude from Twitter, Joey. He's from the Amherst area. So
Okay.
he's the one who actually introduced me to Jr. through a
Oh,
lift.
dope.
Like that was the first time me and him connected in person was there. So
That's
I'm
what's
excited to
up.
get back in there. And Jr. is like on the same type of a build that we are right now.
Oh, dope.
So we're gonna be literally hitting like Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday together.
Oh, that's what's up. Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit. Yeah, like you said, I feel like recently my headspace and just like mentally where I'm at, I feel way better than I have the last few months. Or a couple months, but like not in a bad way. I felt like I was just like keeping myself stagnant. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going through the motions. I'm doing good. I told you that like one podcast we had with a couple guests on it. I was like, man, I'm like fucking disappointed at the performance I
Yeah.
had, this and that. But there was just so many fucking moving parts in my life that everything was going good, but I didn't realize how much it was actually weighing on me until it was done. And then I was like, oh, I can finally breathe because this is in place. This is in place. This is
Right.
in place. And it's kind of just made me moving forward realize that, habits are literally the end all be all of everything. And I made a tweet today. It's like, you want to lose weight, change your habits. You want to be happier, change your habits. You want to be more energized, change your habits. You want to get something accomplished, change your habits. And I think I've just realized more and more over the last like 2 weeks and like finally settling in with North Carolina is that habits set the groundwork, set the foundation, and set your future to whatever you want it to be. And so I'm sitting here in North Carolina, few weeks I have like in between. I set it up this way so that way my one job ended, pick up the next one at the end of this month. And so I've had a lot of free time to just like kind of do whatever. And it would have been very easy to like um fall off my patterns, get the habits that I had in place, let those go out the window, all that stuff. And really the only thing I change is like when I work out. And I work out more in the afternoon now just because I go with Matt. But it simply is the end all be all of whatever you want. And so one thing that I was just talking to somebody about is like, okay, well, you're not happy in this situation. What have you done to pull out of it? What have you done
Right.
to see the other side? And it's like, well, I've done X, Y, and Z, but nothing's changing, this and that. And it's like, okay, well, what have you implemented to be able to see that change? What have you done to be able to see something through? It's like nothing. I kind of just talk about it and leave it at that. And so it's so easy. And it's the same thing like we talk about all the fucking time is that there's a stereotype about therapy, there's a stereotype about personal training. But at the end of the day, it's like if you know that you have a goal that you want to hit, if you know that you have something that you're really passionate about that you want to see come to life, it's like put the fucking action in every single day. Let those things speak for it. These words mean nothing if you ain't doing nothing about it. And so the point of this rant is that I've just noticed over the last 2.5 weeks while I'm sitting in North Carolina, getting the apartment all set up, traveling, all this stuff is like when your daily routine switches, don't let that be the reason your habit switch to reach the goals that you actually want to see come to fruition, that you're working on, because it's very easy. You could go home for the holidays for the next week or two, however long you're going. And it could be easy to just sit around and not go to the House of Steel or not go somewhere to work out. It could be easy not to run. It could be easy to not eat as much as you need to for this challenge, all that stuff. But if it truly means something to you and if it's truly something you want to see results about, you're going to make it happen like you are. And just like I did going on this vacation that I was on. And so point of it all is just figure out what that fucking next thing is you want and put in those action items to create new habits to see the end result and to see it come to fruition.
I actually feel like I struggle more like coming off of the vacation. Like when I go home, I'm like, all right, I need to make sure I do these things. So
Mm-hmm.
like I set up my whole like trip around it. Like my dad even just hit me up like, hey, we're gonna be golfing Friday morning if you want to join us at like 9 o'clock. And so like Dami's family comes in town that afternoon. So I'm like, well, I don't really want to leave her alone, but I also know I need a lift. And if I don't go lift, then it's probably not gonna in the morning, it's probably not gonna happen. So I'm
Yep.
probably not going to end up golfing. And I would like to. And I could easily skip a day and it's not going to like throw me off completely.
Yeah.
But I don't want to even put myself in that position because the day before Thanksgiving, I'm not working out. I already have that scheduled. I'm not working out. So it's like I slated it already for these times.
Yep.
I think that that's key is just kind of like scheduling it in. Like if you're somebody who knows like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit it, just schedule it in, and then it's a non-negotiable. But like coming back for me, it's harder because then I'm out of my normal routine. Like even
Hmm.
we just were in Florida last week, and now like I'm here, I've been sleeping in a lot more, and I think it's just
Yep.
like the time change shit, which is about to happen again. So we went East Coast, so we came back to Mountain, now we're going right back to East Coast. I'm like, it's rough. Like I'm sleeping till like 7 o'clock now. I'm like, okay, you need to get the fuck up.
Yep.
But like I'm still getting everything done. It makes me feel lazier. And then it's in my
Yeah.
head like, oh, you're not getting as much done. You're not being as productive, which I very well might not be. I haven't
Hmm.
journaled all week. I haven't really read this week. So like I know like there's things that aren't happening, but I feel like I'm in a good spot and like I'm happy with the way things are progressing. So I'm just trying not to beat myself up over it, especially knowing that I'm about to go home and it's gonna be right back to you probably won't be journaling and shit anyways. So getting back after Thanksgiving is where like I really need to like focus on don't fuck up. Get right back to it.
Yeah. Well, don't fuck up before then, because if you're not doing it this week and you ain't gonna do it next week, that's 2 weeks, and then it's gonna be harder to do it
Oh,
that
I,
third
I
week when
leave
you're
in like
back.
2 days.
Okay.
So
Yeah. That's life, man. It's a constant battle of shit changing every single day. That's why I fucking hate when people are like, "Oh, I don't have the time to work out. I go to work. I come home. I gotta cook. I gotta take the kids. Blah blah blah." It's like, wake up fucking earlier, bitch. You want to
I
lose weight?
yeah.
Wake
Wake up
up.
earlier, bitch.
Like so many people just use that as an excuse, and that's the thing too. Is like I'm sleeping in more, and Tone's giving me shit all the time because I'm not doing my 5 a.m. workouts, but I'm still I truly, even if it's an hour, like going from Central Time to Eastern, like, bro, I
Mm-hmm.
wake up at 6, so I'm technically still waking up at 5,
Right.
and go to bed at 10, which is technically still 9. And so like my body just hasn't made that shift, which it's adapting to now.
And it will
But the
once you
last two
start
weeks, I
your
literally,
job. You're not gonna have a choice.
yeah. And so like it's just one of those things, and it's like not making the fucking excuses. And so I'm not saying like, oh, I'm operating on Central Time on Eastern. It's like no, like I can feel the change happening, and I can feel like the difference. Um, but again, it's just me knowing that I don't have
The
obligations. So I'm like,
fucking
okay,
daylight savings time just hit too. I hate that shit, bro. It's
thank God this
the
is the last
dumbest
year
shit.
of it.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, it'll change back to what it just was, and then it's over with. They passed a law this
Hmm.
year, so that way it's not a
Across the board, like every state.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that because Arizona
Doesn't that
doesn't
make
do
you
it.
think like this really is a fucking video game we're living in, or this really is a
Well, I
little?
mean, they manipulate everything. I saw this thing on Facebook the other day, bro. It said like go back to like October of like 15 something something. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
So like you go to like your calendar on your phone. I don't know the exact time, or I tell you check it out. But like you go back and when you look at it like from a year perspective, it looks normal. You click into the month of October, dude, and it goes from like the 6th to the 13th. Like they just cut 7 days out to get the calendar on the way that they wanted it to be. It literally went from October 6th to like October 13th, bro. A whole week was just gone. I
This
was
world
like,
is
this shit
fucked,
is
man.
all wild to me. Like, no, every era of history I think ever had a different time. Like the way that like the sundials and shit worked. And even like
Yeah,
this is about to seem super like theorist, but like when they talk about like people in the Bible lived to be 400, I'm always like, did they? Or was that just the way that you measured time? Like, were you actually 400
uh,
years old? Or did you just not work off a 365-day year? Like,
true.
I don't know what is
Yeah.
accurate, especially when I go back to the 1500s and y'all cut a week out for fun.
Dude, when you start looking into that shit, I mean, even the concept of time, like, and this
Don't
is
get me
why
started.
people that are like, oh, I can't do it because of X, Y, and Z, it's like you can fucking do anything. All of this was made up by
Mm-hmm.
somebody, every single thing.
Yeah.
And look at fucking 3 years ago, everybody was pushing, or 5 years, 10 years ago, whatever it was, everyone's pushing cardio is the answer to lose fat. You got to eat lettuce to lose fat and weight, all this stuff. And now everything is reverting back to lifting fucking weights. And you can have fucking chicken and cheeseburgers and still lose weights because it's calories in and calories out. Everything is fucking made up. It's
Yeah.
just the man with the more money, his voice gets
Mm-hmm. Which
portrayed a
I
little bit
mean,
more.
which money's also made up. So we can keep going down this rabbit hole because that shit's
Yep.
fake too.
Yep. Just like those blue dumbass check marks that you can buy
Oh,
now.
here we go. I knew you've been itching to get that one out. I
That
don't
shit's
even
so
like.
stupid.
I understand like the concept. I considered getting what we're talking about, guys. Is Twitter Blue, so it's $8 a month, and it essentially gives you a check mark. But there is other shit that comes with it, which is why I considered it. So
I'm
like,
so happy you didn't, bro.
if you do, it puts you to like the top of mentions. Like every time like you respond to someone, like. But now everyone kind of gets to the top of mentions because everybody has it. But all it is just a way for Elon to get richer. Let's be real here. That's all it
Exactly.
really is. But now you can't
When
even
you
do
make,
it.
yeah,
Like you can't
good.
even buy it right now because so
And
many
you,
fucking corporations were being imitated and made to say outlandish, which I love it. Like you know what? Fuck you guys. That's how I feel. Fuck big
there,
corporations.
dude, there was this
You
one
guys
company
deserve
that
this
lost
shit,
like $21 million because
bro.
like their
Stock
stock
market was like
plummeted. And this just goes
hilarious.
to show how fucking stupid people are. Like the people that bought it, I apologize. I may love you, I may hate you, but yeah, I'm glad you didn't get caught in that booby trap, Dylan, because it
I
doesn't
want a
matter
blue
if you
check mark.
if you don't go to the top for mentions, if you don't fucking have your post prioritized over someone else, when you fucking monetize something like that and you say,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna open this up and you guys can pay $8 a month and every single person can have a blue check mark, guess what? Now you're just among the sea of fishes, and it doesn't matter if you have a blue check mark or not, because your opinion, your values mean nothing. If you have somebody with 1,300 followers or 10,000 followers and they have a blue check mark versus somebody that has the 1.1 million, you are no more credible than the person that has one follower or the 1.1 because now
The
everybody can
thing is,
have it.
like, it wasn't even like you have to have millions of followers to have a blue check mark. You just have to be like a public. There's people out there with like 4,000 with the blue check mark because they're actual like public figures who can be
Yeah.
verified. Like, oh, they're a journalist. Oh, they're this or they're that. But like, my thing is, the only reason I really wanted it was less ads and longer, higher quality video times. Because I post videos on this, I'm like, oh, sick, bro. I can post like a 5 minute video and it'll be this quality as opposed to a Twitter quality. But then, like, dude, I didn't even know it launched it, honestly. And then I was just scrolling through. I'm like, God
Dude.
damn, there's a lot of check
Yeah.
marks, dog.
That's what I'm saying. And that shit, bro, when you offer something like that, and then people will be like, well, not everyone will have it because not everybody will pay the $8. Well,
$8 ain't
guess what?
shit.
The people that aren't paying the $8 don't give a fuck about the blue check mark because they're not posting it. They're not trying to create something off of it. And so it literally means absolutely nothing. And like you said, it goes back to it's just another way for Elon to get rich. And that's all
I
it
want to
fucking
earn my
is,
blue
bro.
check mark. I
Thank
want to
you.
earn
You
it.
have to earn it because then that shows credibility. That shows your X, Y, and Z. There's going to be people that are out there right now pushing this message and they have a blue check mark that are going to give up in 2 months, 12 months. It doesn't matter
Then
how
they lose
long.
it though. If they stop paying the $8, it goes away.
Oh, guess what? They should have never fucking had it in
That's what
the
I'm
first
saying. Like,
place.
I'm gonna laugh when people start to lose their blue checks. I'm like, y'all are cheap. I'm
Yes,
gonna start commenting on people's you cheap bitch. You should stop paying $8 a month.
exactly, bro. That dude, it again, you could have told me your logic, and I see it completely different because when it is accessible to everybody and it's in everybody's hands, the value of that and what it actually stands for and what you actually get for it means nothing. Because again, it can put you higher on post, whatever. But if there's enough people that have it, you're gonna be just like you
Right.
were without the blue fucking check mark.
I think that I've been having a lot of social media talks with people lately. I think that we're maybe 5 or less years out from you not being able to like even see likes or anything anyways. I think it's all just gonna like look at the way TikTok operates. They just feed you what they think you want to see. I think everyone's
Yeah.
gonna eventually go that way. Likes aren't gonna matter. They're gonna matter from like a sponsorship, like monetization standpoint, but they're not gonna actually be visible, which I think is actually gonna have more
Yeah.
power. Like when you can't see like who's liking your shit, I think you'll be able to see your own, but like it's not gonna be public.
Yep. No, I think social media is going to change drastically. And I love that fucking Elon is shaking up this space. You can definitely tell the sun's going down because now there's all these shadows. But I love that Elon's shaking up this space and even like commenting back to people that nobody would ever comment back to
Yeah.
because he's showing that um, there's human aspects to these platforms and that none of this means anything if it's flooded with bots, if it's flooded with fake
Mm-hmm.
stuff, if it's flooded with all of these like program things. And so I think he's going to be the driving force of what that changes that you're talking about, whether it's the likes going away, because Instagram did something like that. Like they
Right.
changed
Yeah.
something. And
Well, they
so
tried
I
to.
don't,
Like they've played with it. Like I hide all my like counts. You can't on Reels, but you can on like posts.
okay.
So anytime I post a photo, I hide like counts because I'm like, who gives a fuck? I don't
Yeah.
care.
Because you look at fucking all this buzz that Twitter's getting. And so again, to like finish the point is Elon is going to change the space of social media and what's important to it or what it looks like next, because he's so vocal about it and he's doing things that is actually drawing conversation to the platforms versus
Right.
like Facebook that's doing all this meta stuff. Dude, I mean, they're like fucking tanking their business. It is when you look at like the financial statements, and again, you see Amazon just lost 100 and or like $1 trillion. Like they lost that money.
I
Dude, they
don't
didn't
follow that
fucking
shit.
lose that money. They fucking lost that money so that way it looks better on their tax write-offs and all.
Right.
It depends how you look at it. But the narrative of all of this is that there is a huge shift in social media happening right now, with Facebook, with Twitter doing what they're doing, and even Elon saying, should I bring Vine back? Like that fucks a lot of things up, bro. Because if the government actually does ban TikTok, like they say they want to do, because it's a Chinese platform,
They've been
I
saying
mean,
that
there's
though
so
for a
much
year
with it all
plus.
going on. But
There's too
yeah,
much
it'll be
money in that
interesting.
shit for them to actually ban it. It's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
we'll see.
I actually don't think there's
I
that
don't
much
know.
money in TikTok. I think TikTok's actually going to be fad. That's a bold statement because of how big it is. But
Damn.
I think like there's other more developed platforms. Which me and you have talked about a lot about YouTube, and I think that
Yeah.
they're like fuck TikTok. Like I think they're really about to take a stand.
Yep.
But I got some good news for you that I just saw on my phone.
Oh shit.
Hoodies are shipping out tomorrow, baby.
You're lying.
Full order, shipping tomorrow.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's get a round of applause if you can hear my clap, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I'm excited,
so
man.
by the time this drops, you should have them. They have your correct address, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. So yeah, by the time this episode comes out, you'll probably have them in hand, and they'll be making their way to all of you guys.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, we'll get those right. Actually, yeah. Anyways, we'll get those right out to you guys. As soon as they get here, literally, we're gonna fulfill the orders, get them sent out the next day. Have everything ready to rock and roll for them. So, you should get them along with all your Black Friday stuff, then, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro! I'm
Let's
pumped.
go.
Pumped.
Good shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, social media is fun. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to, and I'm glad you can have a conversation without getting like political about all of this stuff because
I'm the
my
most
brain,
least political dude.
oh, I know that. But like you talk to some people and they're like, whoa, this point and this, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, it's
Who
fucking
gives a
have like,
fuck, dude?
I love having high thoughts and just talking about shit. I could get down really weird paths about stuff. And I have a
Yeah.
lot of things in my phone that I would like to talk about on this podcast. But we might have to create a new segment for those because they're just really odd and out
Nah,
there.
I think we should just start riffing off random shit.
All right. Well, then
I'm
we'll
I'm
start that.
totally down for that. Like, I think we can still have meaningful conversations while just bullshitting about nothing. Like, it's always
Yeah.
gonna go back there because I think that that's like the core mission of what it is. But I'm also
Mhm.
down to like just talk. Like, people want to hear people talk about bullshit, dude.
Yep.
Like, all the podcasts I watch, it has like a lot of them have a message, but like at the end of the day, they're also just friends on here talking about
Yeah.
nothing.
That's facts. That is facts. Well, I ain't got much more, baby.
Nah, I'm good.
I
I'm
say we
good.
just remember, keep living and loving life, no matter if you're down and out right now or at your highest highs. Things can change around or change drastically in this split second. So as I'm going into 2023, I don't make New Year's resolutions because they're fucking stupid. Because everybody has tarnished, including myself in the past, has tarnished making these goals, making these objectives, and then the new year comes and nothing fucking changes. So I'm making this a year of preventative maintenance, meaning that I'm going to work on myself day in and day out. So that way I don't fall back into a slump. So that way I don't fall back in my programs, whatever that looks like. And I keep living this life every single day to the fullest, because tomorrow's not promised. You don't know what you're going to encounter. You don't know what those around you are going to encounter. Dylan and I have people around us right now that are going through drastic life changes that they didn't expect would happen. And so I just want to remind you guys every single fucking day, live this next year, live this next month of this year of the life of preventative maintenance, working on the things that are bothering you, to make you keep excelling forward. So this is Desire to Inspire, Yo Mama's favorite podcast. Dylan and I are going to be with her in February, so hide her, and we'll be in contact, baby. Izzo.
Peace.